Hello, so I want to welcome you to week two. As you may or may not know, because there aren't a lot of discussion boards within the class, there's actually 6 of you enrolled in your capstone experience this semester, which is really exciting. I was just telling my husband that I think it's awesome too that you're all ladies. So yay, lady power. So awesome that we've got 6 of you in those final steps before you graduate and move on to the next step. So thank you for working through your week one material. Week two, we really focus on this idea of your professional philosophy. And that can look a lot of different ways. For me, my professional philosophy is usually pretty well in line with what my teaching philosophy is as well. So I can kind of use those in tandem with each other. Some people find that their professional philosophy may look very different than their personal philosophy, their teaching philosophy, those kinds of things. But I do think as you're approaching graduation, as you're looking at those next steps, whether that's getting a job within industry or it is moving on to a transfer institution, which we'll explore both of those avenues throughout this capstone experience, it is important to know what your professional philosophy is. Really, like I said, those long-term goals, those things that you really value, that you have the ability to really be able to articulate what that is, especially to potential employers. So you'll spend some time this week learning more about what professional philosophies are, and then you'll work through some philosophy statements and things like that. So similar to week one, and you'll find that the structure of my class is normally pretty similar. There's always an announcement, your week two checklist. You have some information embedded within this week two module that really talks about what professional philosophies are, gives you some examples of some professional philosophies to really get you thinking, and then you'll spend some time actually writing out that professional philosophy so that you can upload that to Blackboard and then have that to go with you. Like I said, as you apply for jobs or you apply for the University of Idaho or wherever you're planning on attending for your transfer opportunities. So like I said, there's some information embedded in here. I always tell people your philosophy statement is kind of like your 2-minute elevator speech. So it really is just kind of this like real quick, this is what I value, this is what I believe in. Like I said, for me, my teaching philosophy has a lot to do with making sure that students feel empowered to ask questions in my class, making sure that students feel valued in my class, making sure that I'm respecting all perspectives that people are bringing to a class. So mine is really student-centered and then has components of assessment and things like that on it as well. But is really just, like I said, a quick kind of elevator speech type thing that relates to your values and what you are interested in professionally. So go through the materials there to write yours, and then right here you'll go ahead and upload that professional philosophy. That is due next Sunday by midnight, so you want to make sure that you get in. That's the only task that you have to complete this week. So this week we are focused on that for the week. I would also encourage you, however, to go out and take a look at your capstone internship sharing forum. So this is basically set up exactly like a discussion board. I noticed one of you contributed to it this week, but really it's a forum for you to start sharing some ideas that you have related to your capstone experience or internship experience. Some of you have already secured an internship, which is fantastic. You can go ahead and use that internship throughout the semester to gain some more valuable experience as it relates to the ag industry. Some of you aren't quite sure yet what you're going to do, and so we do need to spend some time exploring that. I have reached out to some contacts at Simplat. I have a meeting set up in a couple weeks related to some internships with some farm groups in Meridian. We have one student who's doing an internship at Amalgamated Sugar. And then I reached out to the Idaho Barley Commission, to Idaho FFA, just some other ag industries that you may be interested in. But if that's not in line with something that you're thinking, please let me know. As I saw, this very first thread has already been created by Amber. Amber, thank you for contributing to that. It's really helpful to know that she might want to work in a vet office or at the Boise Zoo. So Amber, I've actually already reached out to someone at Simplot. There's an embryo and genetics animal science lab in Kuna that I'm hoping might work really well for you. And so it's helpful for me to see kind of what you're thinking about, so that I can try to tailor an internship or a capstone experience that is very relevant to your interests. Or it also lets me know if you've already secured something and you're feeling good about where you're heading and you're on the right track. So please take some time to contribute to that. As you know, we don't start your internship until week 6, so you still have some time to work through that, but I definitely don't want to wait until the last minute to start initiating those contacts and really getting a plan in place, because in week 6, you're going to jump in for those last 10 weeks and really just focus on spending time with your industry partner and making that connection, as well as the outcomes and goals that you set with that industry partner. So take some time, please, this week to contribute to that capstone forum, just so we all kind of know what your thoughts are, where you're headed, and we can start to develop a plan so that we have that all in place by week 6. So as always, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, need anything from me, feel free to shoot me an email, stop by my office, or give me a call. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I'll see you all next week.